Good job by Edmen.
Yeah,
Great
that's
job.
good.
Oh!
For Shahbazyan. Down goes Muniz. Shahbazyan trying to get the Brazilian out of there. Late round one. And he does! With 2 seconds to go, the golden boy!
By TKO, Edmen, the golden boy, Shahbazyan.
Referee Kerry Hatley calls a stop to the fight for the winner by TKO, Yousri Belgaroui.
Welcome to UFC Unfiltered.
Please tell me that's on video. I've never been happier.
I'm made for a fucking podcast. We're dangerous. Listen to me, we're at it.
Welcome to UFC Unfiltered, a UFC and Fanatics production. Matt, we have shortly coming up, we have Edmen Shahbazyan today. We have Yousri Belgaroui. He's Alex Pereira's sparring partner, and he's got his UFC debut finally coming up. And a couple of big championship wins on Saturday. Now, first it was Buffer saying, and still, with Merab. And then Bruce capped off the night by saying, and new, with Pereira. Now, maybe it's Alex Pereira's sheer knockout power that makes the world light heavyweight champion your favorite fighter. I don't know, whatever it is. Maybe it's the fact that he fought such a different and good fight. Whatever it is you love about him. Or maybe you're someone who predicted that Merab would go from being the bantamweight champion to the greatest 135-pounder of all time. Or hey, maybe you like both. Whatever it is, head on over to UFCstore.com for all your UFC 320 merch and winner tees, because you don't want to miss out before it's too late. Now, Matt, sorry to make you sit through that. We have people just think I'm talking. I have to do the read first. People probably think, why doesn't he let Matt talk? We have Edmen Shahbazyan. Do you want to bring him in because he's coming off a huge win, and then maybe talk about the fights, because there's so much to talk about.
Maybe? Did you say maybe talk about the fights?
No. I mean, maybe the order of what.
Okay. I was just trying to build up that we're going to talk about the fights.
Oh,
I'm so excited to talk about the fights.
Yeah, I didn't see any of them.
That'd be terrible.
It was an amazing.
But I'm really happy for Edmen. I thought that was really fantastic. I mean, he needed that. That was just you can't do better than that. That's a perfect night in the office. Get in, get out. It was beautiful. Yeah. Oh, there he is.
What's up, guys?
Hey man,
Edmen, how you doing?
Edmen, congratulations. What a fantastic fight.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
You know, sometimes when you won the round, you want to finish strong, but you want to be like, all right, I got to save some for the next round.
Yeah.
How you were really determined to get him out of there. Did you just feel him just on the verge of just collapsing or submitting? Or what'd you feel?
So like after I hit him with that first shot, the hook, and when he stumbled, and then like I already knew there's short time left, because I'm like, if I kind of like sprint right now, I'll have a minute to recover anyway. So I'm like, let me just take this opportunity. He's rocked from the head. I'm like, I hit him with another elbow on the ground, and then I kind of sped it up on the ground. That's why I just went all elbows. After I hit him with the elbow, his eyes rolled back to him. Like, okay, he's going to step in any time. If not, I have that minute, and I don't even know if he would have got up, to be honest, if the round ended.
Now, and this is your third win in 2025. You've had a really great year. Did you change anything after that Merab fight, or was it just one of those ones where he caught you and it happens, or was there something you adjusted?
Yeah, I think just like certain things in training, and then also I started working with Eric Nixick. This year I started working as my head coach, and it's been great. Just I feel like the communication in the corner is a lot better, and everything's like as far as training wise is like fit perfectly for a specific opponent when we're getting ready for that guy, and then also game planning is a lot better. I feel like a lot of things I benefited from after that loss.
It seems like things are really coming together for you, because when I look at your career, glimpses of greatness in some fights, and then even in some fights that you ended up losing, and we have like a record of like where it's you lost a few, then you got back on the wagon, and then we lost one, won one, lost one. Now we have a nice little, we got some momentum. Does it just feel like things are just clicking now? Is it the experience that's a crucial factor in there as well?
For sure, for sure. You know, I was saying it. I said in the Octagon too. I've been signed at 20 years old, and like most of my fights have been in the UFC. So, and those highs and lows have all been in the UFC. And honestly, having it in the UFC is the biggest stage. So that's where you take the most out of it and you learn from it. And I think it's definitely shaped me to be a better fighter and a better human. And that's why I think I have something going right now too.
And you mentioned the coaching. Does any of that go into it? Like when you're in the cage, does having that faith, like, okay, this coaching situation is really great, does it enable you to kind of follow a game plan a little bit less, thinking less, like having more faith in the coach? Do you know what I mean? Like, is your mentality different now because you have more faith in the corner?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And I think the communication is in the corner is so good right now. Like our certain resets, our cues, we're on point with it, and then I just feel very confident in that.
What's the difference between good communication and bad communication? Like
Uh,
when you're sitting there, you have a minute left, you have 1 minute
yeah,
to relax. What works for you and like what doesn't work for you?
I think what doesn't work for a lot of people is when everybody's just like yelling from all angles, like saying something, say something, whereas like one person goes, then the other person goes. Like it's more of an organized thing, and then you obviously get your breathing right first, the first 10 to 15 seconds or whatever long it takes. Start breathing, and then you have to start taking the advice after that. Because I think if everybody's kind of like clustering you and just overwhelming you with do this, do this, do that. Like you're in that minute, you're not gonna take it in. You're already in like adrenaline, and then like your mind's going so fast, like it's just gonna go faster.
Mm.
You know, middleweight, 185, every division's just stacked. You know, you got killers. Who are we looking at now? Just anybody above you in the rankings, or is any
To be honest,
particular?
I haven't been dropping any names. I just want to like I said, I want to take it one fight at a time, keep getting better. Whoever comes in front of me, we're gonna prepare very well for. But I just want to, take it one fight at a time, not overlook anything, and just keep getting better and um, proving that I'm a great middleweight for sure.
And I know you guys always want to avenge a loss. Of course you do. Meerschaert's hit a bit of a skid, but I know that Anthony Hernandez is one you would like to get back. I'm sure that's somebody if you could rematch with. I'm going to guess that would be the guy that you would pick first.
Yeah, yeah, in the future for sure. Because right now he's up next almost for a title, so
Yeah, sure.
so like it won't make sense right now on his end, but for sure in the future fight that'll be something I would love to run back.
What's going on at home now? How's everything in the personal life? You married, kids,
Yeah,
single?
married, and I have a kid. Had a kid in January, my first kid.
Oh
Oh,
man,
My
that's
congratulations.
so great.
first, yeah. So,
Congratulations.
thank you so much. I'm 3-0 with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
You- you-
he's awesome.
when things are so right in your in your personal life like that, you have a nice young family. You know that's also something that helps with
Absolutely.
it transitions into you in the cage.
100%, 100%. I'm just so grateful for them, and honestly, when I had my kid too, it just changed my perspective in life too. I have a purpose in life. I have more of a purpose in life, And then every time I fight now too, I want to make a nice highlight for him.
Yeah,
That's what people say
Yeah,
about kids. Wasn't it Andre Feely, Matt, who was talking about having something else to fight for now?
Oh
And
yeah,
they say it
yes.
does
yeah,
change the way you look at your fights. Is that there's somebody else that you're fighting for, and it matters.
for sure, 100%, 100%.
Yeah, I only had a few fights towards the end of my career when I had my kids, and I used to always right before I went out, I do a little "Daddy loves you"
Yeah,
type of thing. Yeah, it just comes out,
it's the best. It's the best.
And how soon until we get him on the mat? We're easing into it.
Right now he's 8 months. So once he's like walking and stuff, I'll definitely love to get him on the mats. But I said I'm like if he likes it, I'll put him in. If he doesn't like it, I'll put him in something else. I'm not gonna force. Gonna force it onto him. You know.
I love that, man. I always say that you can't make them love it, but you could make them hate it.
Yeah, exactly.
I have pictures of my oldest and my others, my other two, doing like arm locks on teddy bears and having
Yeah.
fun. And now my oldest in a couple of weeks has her first kickboxing match at 16.
Amazing.
It's
Amazing.
awesome. She loves it. She's
Yeah.
doing everything, jiu-jitsu.
That's
So yeah,
awesome.
man, it's so great when they do love it.
For
You
sure.
kind of like
For sure.
you just hope like, oh man, I hope they like this stuff.
Yeah, yeah. And then I'll get to, if he turns to like a pro fighter, I'll relive
Yes.
my pro debut through him.
That's exactly what I'm doing right now. That and reliving my love for jiu-jitsu because Jimmy got on there at 50, and I'm so happy that Jimmy's on the
Very
mats
nice.
now.
Very
Jimmy.
nice.
I do enjoy
Amazing.
it. Yeah, I do enjoy
Jimmy,
it. I wish I was
Let's
better
go.
at it, but yeah, it's difficult.
So how soon do you want to get back in there, buddy? I mean, I mean, we're clean.
Yeah.
Unless your hands hurt, how do you feel?
No,
You're
like
good?
my elbow's a little bit like I can't bend it all the way, and then I don't know, my shin. But early next year, like maybe like February or like March, I would love to get back. 4 or 5
Oh,
months. Yeah.
That's good, man.
Yeah,
I'll give
'cause
yourself a little time to heal. From
the
from
time
the
to heal,
elbow.
and then I also want to just improve on other areas, because this is the time, honestly, when you're in camp, you're not really like making the improvements of the other places.
Yeah.
You're specific to that one guy, and then now is the time where I'm gonna kind of like level up and
Yes.
work on different things for sure.
Yes, you just concentrate on. It's so fun. Like between fights, now you just concentrate. Your job is just to get more dangerous before the next
Yeah,
fight. That's
exactly.
basically it. To get more dangerous, level up, like you said.
Yep.
And that's a fun time because you still feel you could eat a little bit more and you feel in shape
Absolutely.
from the fight. It's a fun time
Yep.
right afterwards.
For sure.
That's so great, man. We're really excited for you, man, because you've always you're so young. Guys get into the UFC around your age, and you have
Yeah.
you have like a world of experience now.
Yeah.
For sure.
Learning on the job. 20 years old is really a kid, man. That's so young in there.
Yeah, it was crazy times.
And I'm
here
looking
we
at the
are.
guys you fought already, right? You're right, Matt. Like Tavares, Brunson. Like you fought some really incredible fighters for such a young guy. So it's like you're kind of growing up in front of UFC fans.
Yeah.
Whereas a lot of guys work a lot of these things out before they get to the UFC.
Exactly,
Like
exactly.
Matt, I think Matt said, learning on the job.
Yeah.
Did that put more or less pressure on you? Kind of coming in, people think, oh, he was with Ronda, like, and then her name. Did that add a pressure to you that might have been difficult?
I wouldn't say like no. I wouldn't be like say there was pressure, but obviously like I wanted to just like perform every time. But to be honest, like I feel if I were to go back, I wouldn't change a thing. Like all those
Right.
wins and losses, I think shaped me to be a better person today. And if it wasn't maybe for that one loss, I wouldn't have done this. Vice versa,
Learning
what
from
I
each
feel.
one of them.
100%.
It's so great that you recognize that so like early. Like because after I have a loss, I'm like, oh, is this gonna haunt me for the rest of my life? Like I feel
Yeah.
like, but now as like a 51-year-old guy out of the sport for a while, not a back fist, not a knee from GSP, nothing keeps me up at night. I'm very
Yeah.
content. You know what I mean?
For sure.
A lot of times you
Absolutely.
look at the ones where I look at it like there's a lot of ones I won that easily could have went the other way if I went the wrong
Yeah.
way. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So I just
yeah.
happy to be in it. But
100%.
hey, man, you're in a great position, dude. And it's almost like you have to remember, like people have to remember how young you are still, 27,
Yeah.
and the sky's the limit. Are you staying? Is this your corner for good now? That I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
do you
It's pretty much-
feel
yeah, it's my
we
corner
found
for
our
good.
home?
Yeah. I love them. It's a great corner, great team, and I'm just super thankful for them.
Bunch
Do
of
you put
middleweights over there too.
Absolutely,
Right?
yeah, always. And then also like you're in Vegas, so guys always traveling, coming in and out, new looks. So
That's fun.
It's always good stuff here.
Do you, 13 of your 16 wins are by knockout, which I think you're tied with. I think it's Gregory Rodriguez from most I'm going to guess by an active middleweight. I think it is.
Yeah, they were telling me that the other day. Active
It's
middleweight,
nice.
Yeah, it's nice. Like it's not like I'm like trying for it. It just happens.
Yeah, your fights don't tend to go along. I mean, you've had. Let me see how many decisions. You've had 3 decisions in I think 21 fights. Am I correct with that? It looks like 3 decisions.
3 or 2? I think 2.
You won 2.
Oh yeah. No,
One
yeah.
loss
I won
by
2, I
decision.
lost 1. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. For
Do you
sure.
get addicted? I mean, because again, you hit really hard, and guys who have a lot of knockouts will sometimes say you fall in love with that, with just
For sure.
with the knockout. Does it ever cause you to make decisions that you wish you would have made differently because you were going for the knockout instead of something else?
So when I was just starting in the UFC and I had those finishes, I think that's when I would say it made me like, oh yeah, say like, oh, I'm gonna finish him, no problem. And it led me to some problems for sure with those losses that I've had. But now, like looking back, I think learned a lot from that. I learned to control myself better and yeah, not think everything is just gonna be a finish. My mentality is, it happens, it happens. But I do believe in my power, but it's not the only thing that I'm gonna go into the fight with and say I'm gonna finish him.
Right.
Well, at the end of the first, you believed it was going to happen.
Yeah, and
Gee,
yeah,
you're Donkey Kong in
because
there.
I was conscious of the short time too. So I'm like, I'm gonna get a break. I'm like, I have some gas in my tank.
Yeah. Hey, Edmund, let me ask you, I don't believe we asked you this last time you were on. We're partnered up with Fanatics. If you can get an autograph from
Yeah.
any athlete, dead or alive, who would it be?
I think for sure though, like those autographs would probably be from basketball players like Michael Jordan, Kobe, or like LeBron.
Those are
It's
very
crazy how
popular.
so
Yeah.
many guys say Jordan or Kobe. Like the influence those guys have in athletes
Oh
in
yeah,
every sport is crazy.
Yeah.
More than anybody in
it
baseball,
is.
more than anybody in football.
Yep.
Kobe and Jordan, I think, are the two biggest ones we get.
Yeah. Those three for me, I think. Those are the ones that I would like say, hey, I want to take a picture. I want to autograph. I'll fanboy.
I find it so wild. Wild that that's the most common answer, and it's not a combat sport. It shows you how much fighters respect the mentality of certain
For
athletes, not
sure.
just
For sure.
them being able to kick people's asses. You know what I mean? It's
Yep.
just
Yep.
Well, it's
that's really
dominance.
wild.
I
Yeah.
think fighters respect the ability to completely dominate, and Jordan and Kobe, I mean, could dominate. Even though they were team players, it seemed like they were just doing it by themselves.
Oh
There was,
yeah. Oh yeah.
when you're that good that people just go, the whole team hinges on this guy. I guess that's the closest a team sport athlete can come to knowing what you guys deal with. Like the
Yeah.
star, where everything hangs on him, is kind of the way it is for you. Everything hangs on you when you're fighting.
For sure. Absolutely. I agree with that. And those two were the ones that really like put in the extra hours and like alone just grinding. I feel like all those documentaries and stuff that showed those scenes just it's incredible.
Do you
Hey,
play
call me
any
a
other?
fat guy, but does anybody hear the ice cream truck? Or
No.
is that a
No,
kid's
that's
toy
you,
or
Matt.
something?
That's
Oh,
actually
you know
Oh.
what it is? It might be
what?
literally the ice cream truck outside my house. Guys, I'm a former fat guy, Edmund. I'm sorry.
Former.
I literally was
Yeah,
about to be like,
I
guys,
get to be
I gotta go,
I
Mr.
get to be a
Softy.
fat guy this week. This couple
Yeah.
weeks I get to be
Oh,
a fat guy. I can
that,
enjoy it good.
doesn't it feel good right after a fight? Because you
Oh
could
yeah,
eat like a fat guy, and then you're
for
looking
sure.
down, and you're like, I'm still in shape.
Yeah,
But then I
exactly.
would I would do that too long, and then I'd wake up one day. I go, and now I'm fat again. It's a fine line because it
For
tricks you.
sure.
It tricks
For
you because you're
sure.
like, I can eat, and I'm keeping my
Yeah.
ab. Right?
Yeah.
Only a fighter knows what that is.
Oh, for sure.
I'm
Yeah.
just saying. Jimmy, what's your excuse?
Well,
I'm
yeah,
only
that's the
kidding,
key,
Jimmy.
Matt. I did try. I'm in Montreal. I did treat myself to a dessert last night, but it wasn't
Nice.
after a fight. It was after I took a plane ride, and then I ate like a fat fuck, and I woke up this morning and I regretted it, and I'm going to do it again tonight.
You do regret it.
You do
Hey,
regret
Edmund,
it.
is there anything? I'm a big movie and series guy. Me and my
Yeah.
wife now are watching Tulsa King,
Oh,
the
I'm watching
third
that
season.
too. Yep.
That's
I'm watching
that's
that
what I'm
third
going to
season.
ask you. Are you
Yep.
watching anything with the wife? I like the Tulsa King a lot.
Yeah, I love Tulsa King. With the wife, no, I'm not watching Tulsa King with the wife, but with the wife, I'm watching more like romance stuff, and there's
I
like
got you. You
some
don't got to say it.
Christian stuff
Yeah.
we're watching too together, and
Okay.
like
But you yourself, you're watching Tulsa King.
oh, totally, yeah. It comes out. Wait, it came out Sunday, right? Yesterday, the new episode. Every week it's
Yes.
dropping, right?
It's
Yep.
so good. It
Oh,
is
it's
so
so
good,
good.
man. It's
So
amazing
good.
that he's in his 70s and he
Yeah.
just plays such a badass. I love him playing a
Yep.
gangster, you
Yep.
know?
Yep.
And And then you got Frank Grillo in there, who's great. That's the other gangster. That's the Italian guy. That's the gangster out there with the hair.
Okay.
He's another alpha.
Yeah.
And then you got the Terminator bad guy, Rob Patrick. What's his name?
Yep.
Dude.
Yeah.
Jimmy, you got to give this a chance.
For sure. Like the first 2 seasons were crazy. Like third season, now it's the 3rd episode. It's just getting better and better. I'm pretty hyped.
I love it. It's so great. Hey man, just like your fight was so great, we can't wait to see you again. And when you get something lined up, please come back on and
For sure. Absolutely.
let us know, man. We're happy for you, dude, and congrats
Happy to see you doing so well.
Thank you guys so much. Appreciate you guys.
All right, Edmen.
Thanks,
Best
Edmen.
is yet to come, buddy.
Thank you guys. Have a good one. Take care.
Take care, Warrior. Congrats.
Thank you. Bye.
I miss you, Jimmy.
I was going to say, and I miss you as well. So I was going to say this. We have a couple of minutes, I think, before our next guest arrives. So where do you think we should start? I'll let you start. Whichever one you want to start with.
Main and go down, because I could talk about Merab for an hour, but we'll do that. I'll tease the GOAT. Alex Pereira, it looked like the Terminator. He went right at him. His strikes were smart and he just clubbed them and just he was
that overhand right. Yeah,
it was awesome. You know what I really love about after he got done. And maybe I like it even extra because I love that glove of Teixeira. I think he's just such a great human being. So afterwards, you see, and you could find this on Instagram or on the social media, you see the other corner, Ankalaev's his corner, going to him like doing like a third match, and you see Glover be like, nah, bye, take off. In other words, you're not getting another shot. Get out of here. Take care. You got to see it. It's a nice little moment. That was after the fight when they're about to get their hand raised.
A devastating knockout. And you know what? I was happy because I love Pereira so much, but I thought Ankalaev was going to be too much again. I thought that he was going to pressure, and Alex just pressured him and kept him moving backwards, which I thought was a great strategy. The second he came out, you're like, all right, he's doing this one a little bit differently.
No fear. No fear, and because Magomed thought he could stand with him because he did it last time. That was a rude awakening, bro. Well, he made that look too easy. Where a rematch is not going to even be. The hiccups. The rematch is not going to even be. Is what? What the hell is that? It's not. No one's going to be wanting that. You know what I mean? Heavyweight next for Alex.
Well, it's been. Alex has said he wanted. Dana said that Alex said that to him before the fight. And of course, and by the way, we should mention condolences to John Jones and his family. It's just such an awful thing. And so that just reminded me when he said Alex at heavyweight, because people were asking him about Jones, but he gave a nice moment of silence for John's family, which was really nice. And he didn't want to call him out. He's like, it's just not the time for that. And
could you picture only Alex Pereira? That's how much people love him. He doesn't even speak English. He had. Now, picture Vegas after the main event. You don't think everybody's lit? There are a lot of people drunk. He quieted that crowd for John Jones and respect for his brother, and it was that was really nice. That was a nice moment.
It was very nice, and I also think it's a respect for Jones too, because even people love Jones or they hate him, but everybody respects him. Like nobody doesn't respect Jones, and I think it was a nice moment. I was very happy that he did that. But that said, I would love to see him at heavyweight. But I'm fine with him at light heavyweight too.
Hey, listen, as he's 38, I want to see him fight as much as we can while we can.
That's right.
And I can't wait to see what's next for him. And props to him, because a lot of people were thinking he wasn't going to do it, and that the takedowns were going to be just too much. And and he said he was not nearly. He was like 40% last time, and he didn't make a big stink about it. He just stated that, and now he went back and he just showed, hey, this is me at where how I normally am.
Now, did you happen to see the co-main event?
Merab, let me tell you, what's crazy about it is the longer it goes, it just gets more fun and fun. Like he looks unstoppable because it's like the second round. It's so funny because just like the Umar fight, all right, he gives away the first round. He's not worried. I mean, it was close, but he's, you could say that's Corey's round. Now,
but it was close.
The next round, it's not even about a takedown. Once he gets a grip, you can't break that grip. You know what I mean? So he's such a master at taking you down from the cage. And then once he got him down, he pops back up. All right. He gets him down again. He pops back up. He gets it. Now he got him down. He had to get up and down, popping back up, getting sprinkled with punches. I don't care how great your endurance is. Unless Merab's endurance is worse, which it's not. And he's doing technical takedowns like foot sweeps, and then you have to take his body weight. He's got you around the waist, dude. It's a nightmare. It's a nightmare.
Watching the Corey get up, I was equally impressed with his ability to get up. That's the training at altitude too, and being called that. That's why he has the cardio he has, because it's nobody. I don't think I've ever seen anybody who could be taken down as many times by Merab and at least get up every time. And he did that smart move of kind of bending forward and pushing back against the cage, but then Merab would grab him again.
It was mess with his feet. Check his hips.
Really great takedowns by Merab. And again, the first round was close, but I did give it to Corey. And then I think the second was the 10-8 round, right?
Oh, man. Well, now he's so worried about the takedown. Merab commits to those punches. Yeah. And now even he survived it. Now, when you get lit up like that, that hits your gas tank too, So it's like, and the thing is with Merab, now you're used to grappling. You're getting that blood in there. Now that your punches are less effective. His aren't, because he's not getting his time. He's still winging with the same power, if not more, because he's looser. He's a scary human being. I cannot be prouder or more happy. Dana White said in the press conference something very nice in the post. I don't know if you heard that.
Yeah, I did see it, yeah.
He said that when we met, I told him he'd be champion and that listen.
And you said he'd be one of the greatest of all time. I think you said more than champion. You said something.
Yes, really, I said a lot, and I'm happy it's happening. And
and he mentioned you in the post fight speech. He said mentioned going to Serra-Longo.
Yes,
one of the first things Merab said.
Listen. He never forgets me. He's a great human being. Merab officially became the all-time leader in takedowns on Saturday night. By the time he's done, the record might be untouchable. How many is it now?
Didn't they say he needed 3 to get to 100 or something, but he got like 11? It was crazy it's almost effortless.
He's having fun in there.
Yeah.
It's the same thing he does 3 days a week in sparring, he's saying. He does it. It's the same thing. He's loving it. When you love it and you fight the way he fights and you enjoy training. Talking about a guy that got done defending defending the belt one time, and DC goes to his house, he's getting back from a jog or something. You know what I mean? Like he could not be happier, and I'm so happy for him because, as we know, he's just a great, great human being. So it could not be happening to a better guy, and he's going to get better and better, dude. He's not going anywhere. You know what I mean?
And there's a rematch eventually, not yet, between Umar and Merab. Because eventually, once you clean out the division, you're like, all right, who does he fight? So at least an Umar rematch would be interesting because the first one was a good fight. And this one, you see, well, Corey did do a good job in the first and the fourth. I think Merab still stole the fourth at the end, though, with that takedown. I think Merab stole the fourth round. It was close, but I think Merab got it. But Corey's endurance would make for eventually, maybe how many fights down the road, a rematch. This is a fight I would like to watch again too, just because Corey at least was able to get up every time.
Corey's got footwork like Achilles. He's got his knee that could come up and end the fight at any moment. He's good up through the middle. He's good with his elbows. He could cut to get a finish. I expected more off his back. This is something I'll say now that the fight's over. I was concerned about his closed guard. I was concerned about his leg lock reversals into reversals. Instead of trying to, and listen, hindsight's 20/20, but I thought game plan wise, don't try to get back up because you know why? He takes you right the hell back down. He doesn't let go of the hips when you're up. And then look what happened. He got taken down 9 times, like in the second round. Yeah. So it's like, if you have a dangerous guard, if you're able to reverse and threaten with submissions and then get into a scramble to get on top that way, that I felt would be more. But first you need the jiu-jitsu to do that. I thought Corey might be a threat down there between the triangle attacks, high guard, and his leg lock attacks. Yeah. But yet he chose just to get up. So he thought he can get up and get away, and that was his choice. But I thought that's not a great choice, personally, as a jiu-jitsu guy. or a guy that feels that he might have the ability to be more threatening like that down there, you know? But hey, man, that's just my take on it. Because he's so good. Merab's just so good at taking the guys down once they get up.
You know what he was good at too, going from the attempt on the leg to the body lock. Like he would attempt the leg, and Corey would begin defending it, and then he goes right to the body. It's just like a relentless, constant pressure. But you know, again, I think Corey looked as competitive and good as he did because he's in such good shape and he's such a tough person. His conditioning really is why he was able to at least go 5 rounds because he's and he's amazing. That might be one of the greatest condition fights I've ever watched. You know what I mean? Just watching two guys go up and down that much, it was crazy.
I liked watching Merab in the interview afterwards because before he was always like just so not overwhelmed, but just so crazy in the moment. Like, yes, Joe. And now he's like, hey, Joe, he's just like, he's calmed down a lot, like another day in the office type of thing. He's settling in to the role of a dominant champion. And with a guy that's just having fun in there from the walkout, the lead up, he's going to be one of the best ever. And you know what I mean? One of the best ever. I'm so happy. I'm just so happy to know him.
I know.
You know what I mean?
Well, you know, I mean, look, history was made on Saturday. We get to see Pereira secure the second fastest knockout in UFC light heavyweight history. And Merab becomes the UFC's all-time leader in takedowns, as we're just saying. And what about Jiri Prochazka's statement knockout? Just like that. I mean, Yuri's right back in the mix for a title shot. Tops now is, and again, I love that they do this, Matt. They're commemorating all 3 of these great moments into cards that you can add to your collection. You check out these cards. It's Tops is T-O-P-P-S, tops.com. Sign up for notifications so this way you don't miss out on the cards that include an autograph chase. T-O-P-P-S.com. And Prochazka against Khalil Roundtree, and Yuri was down in that third round, 2-0. What did you think of that?
Well, let's go to our predictions, please. Jake,
I'll be honest. This one, that was the one I got right. Prochazka.
But I want to know what I picked, exactly what I picked. I want to know exactly what you picked.
It's funny how you didn't mention this the last couple of weeks. I noticed this week.
What?
All of a sudden you're...
What?
I'll tell you who you picked, Matt.
I want to know how I picked them.
You picked Yuri, third round stoppage. Oh, wait,
all right, good. That's all I wanted to hear. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's crazy.
You keep going.
Hardy by decision, which you did, and Joe Pyfer. I think you picked by decision, but it was a stoppage.
I did not.
No?
Pick by decision. Joe Pfeiffer?
How did you pick?
I thought I picked first round KO, but it's the second round KO.
Oh, okay. He just said distance no, so I thought maybe you picked that. Either way, it was still very good.
Anyway, I'm not here to brag, but my picks were money. But the point is,
they were very good.
Now, Jiri Prochazka with Khalil Roundtree. Khalil Roundtree, so technical. He makes you pay when you go to get him. The first couple of rounds, Yuri, who usually trusts his counter striking in close, he puts himself right in the fire, but he couldn't get a read on Khalil because Khalil was just so tricky. And look, look how hard it was for Jamal Hill to get in on him.
Yeah,
on
Khalil,
on Roundtree. So, you know, it took that third round for him to say, it's all or nothing. And then he put himself right there. And then sure enough, he was in the Matrix again. Was just good.
Oh, no, I'm sorry, Matt. I was saying, you just made me think of something when you were talking about how he couldn't get in on him. Because Joe and I think DC were talking about how his footwork looked like something was off. Like they said, it looked like he was slipping, but he didn't look as comfortable. And maybe that was it. What you're saying is that he was having a hard time getting in. Yes,
it did look a little odd. Like he was like, I thought he was like slipping. And then I looked at it, but he didn't look like he had an injury. It looked a little I think he was having a hard time just because he's bopping around anyway. He just could not, get a read on him. And he couldn't get close to him. He was trying to get close to him. He was getting touched every time, but with accurate strikes, powerful strikes. And at one point, even out of character, you see him almost like hype himself up, like, I think he got hit with a nice right or left. I don't know what he got hit with. Yeah. But, by that third round, he went to true form. And then once he got him hurt, or he just continued to land. And then he's overwhelming. Because then when he was trying to strike back, he would come right out of reach, and then he was laying 4 to 5 more punches on him. It was beautiful. Oh, we got our guy?
Yousri Belgaroui is in
Oh.
the waiting room. Yes, let's
when it comes to the fights, I get chatty.
No. Hey, man, it was an unbelievable card. I was so happy, and he is making his UFC debut against Azmat Bakoyev.
There he is. Hello,
What's
Yousri.
up? Hey, how you doing, Matt?
How are you?
Very nice to meet you, man.
Nice to meet
Sun's
you too.
out, guns out, bro.
Yeah,
Nice to
gotta
see
show
you.
off that cut, you know.
Heck yeah, man. This is your this is your first time on. We got to get to know you a little bit.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Tell us about yourself, Yousri.
No.
Yeah, come on, man. Hey,
Well,
go ahead, Jimmy.
Oh, sorry. I was saying you've been training with Alex for how long? And I want to know, because you had fought him 3 times. How did that come to pass that you go from? Did you guys have a good relationship before that, or did you reach out, or did he reach out, or how did that happen to go from fighting to training together?
Good question. Oh, we kind of had a rivalry going on. I think that was the reason why we fought 3 times, because we both did pretty good in that weight class, and we had some clashes back and forth. Even a little vocal here and there. We had some great fights. He got the best of me in the last 2 fights. And then we separated. I mean, he pretty soon went into the MMA. I stick to kickboxing a little bit. Then went my own way into MMA. He was already crashing in the rankings. And then when a few years had already passed since our last fight, you know, we're both grown men. He was traveling the Netherlands, and his manager, George Guimaraes, is a friend of my coach, Paul Lamotte, and they just contacted each other. Hey, Alex can't find anybody to spar with. I mean, we all seen the clips of him touring and, you know, him like beating the people. People are just too scared, you know, to spar with him, to be honest. And he thought he would have a good one in me. And so we showed up. We didn't really talk. We just kind of had that rivalry still going on. We had a training. But I think, you know, it was in a weird way kind of love at first sight, in a training way. You know, we both saw like, well, especially him, because he was preparing for his title fight at Adesanya, right? So he was looking for a sparring partner, and he was talking to George about like, hey, can we bring him to USA for the whole camp, because that sparring was great. So the next day they showed up to my gym again. We had a training session, not a sparring, just normal, like feeling it out, and then stuff. They asked me straight away, would you be interested to join the camp for the title fight? And I said, of course, man, let's do it.
Isn't it funny? I was going to say, Jimmy, because I got that experience where, like back in the day, guys I fought, Mr. Dean Thomas. There was points where if we saw each other, I thought I'd want to smack him, and now we're like BFFFFF. We're great friends. Isn't it strange? You never would have thought back in the day.
Oh, no, never back in the day. Even his kids, man, his boys come up to me and they're almost like I'm their uncles, man. They come up to me. I never thought you were gonna be, because they saw me on the television and everything. And, we hated you, man. And like Alex's sister, they all said the same thing. Like, man, we had never thought we even be friends, and now we actually family. It's been, I mean, a lot of things passed, like you and Dean. You know, of course, the fighting is such a small time. It's a few weeks, right, where you kind of hate each other. But then the time that passes where you become from friends to family is so much longer, right?
And were you able to, when he was preparing for Izzy, because you fought Izzy, I think it was a split decision, you lost the fight, but it was still a great fight. I mean, so you knew Izzy very well. You had fought him, and Alex had fought him as well. Were you able to mimic what he does at all in training, or to kind of, you know, to give Alex those looks that he needed?
Yeah. At that point, when they asked me to come over as a sparring partner and stuff, I really tried to be the best that they could get for what they asked me for, right? So I studied Izzy, and Izzy is, of course, a great fighter, so it's cool to study his style a little bit. I always can use some of those things in my own style, but I really wanted to be the best sparring partner from him, not just trying to, you know, beat him in the rounds, but just also trying to be the best mimic of who he was supposed to fight. And also after the rounds, tell him like what I thought he could do better against that style. And I think that's where he found that I was valuable in his camp. That's why we stick together. And I went to his corner too, and we finalized that band as well.
So are you going to be doing your camps with Alex from now on and Glover Teixeira?
Yeah. So ever since that day, I mean, I've been fighting myself. I've been fighting too, right? So I did my camps there as well. And this was the first time where we actually had the fight lined up at the same time, right? So we both had our own camps going at the same time, and there was no mimicking, there was no bullshit. There was just real crazy like training, and that was really cool. I mean, there was a little clip out last time, and we rarely do that, but there was like a little clip where we went back and forth in the PI, and it was pretty cool, going viral.
And you were in the corner, I think, in this Ankalaev fight, right?
Yeah.
And I got to say, I was really, obviously, I was very happy for Alex. What was the difference? Did he focus on, I cannot let Ankalaev pressure me and push me backwards? Or what was the main focus? Because he came out, he looked different this time.
No, that was definitely a big one, tactical, right? If we really talk about fight tactics, yes, it was about being on the front foot, being pressure fighter. But as a base strategy, behind that is already his focus in camp was much different. His sleep his rest was much different. Even his diet, man, I mean, it's about the smallest details, right? And all those things were checked off this time, and they were not last time. So that's the first I want to say about that. But like you say, in fight, of course, there's some things that changed, and this was one of it. And it paid off really quick. I mean, it wasn't the idea to knock him out in the first 2 minutes, but it definitely was an idea to get the pressure and show him that fire and keep him on the back foot, and that worked, and that paid off straight away, and in a crazy, beautiful fashion.
You were dominant in kickboxing. You had so much glory there. Did you always want to test yourself in MMA? What made you transition over?
It's crazy because I feel so bad I grew up in the Netherlands, right, where kickboxing was like huge, and it's such a bubble that we as kids were sold that this kickboxing thing was so much alive still, so we all want to be champions there, and I'm so sad that I didn't pick that up way further, because the ground game is such a I mean, if you I like to compare it to between chess and checkers, man, kickboxing and the full MMA, So no, I didn't want to go into MMA. I was kind of forced into MMA when COVID hit, and Glory wasn't really pushing fights. And I'm a bred fighter, right? I needed that money.
Yes.
I had a kid on the way, and then it was like Abu Dhabi. They did some fights with UAE Warriors, and they said you can come over if you want. And I did a camp, fought that fight, and I mean, I fell in love right away from the first day of the camp, like getting my ass smooshed in the ground, right? And from then on, like every day, rolling, loving the BJJ, and then seeing how wrestling is important to between striking and BJJ, and getting that involved. And now, of course, with Glover and the crazy wrestlers we have in the USA, you're not even going to find that in Europe, right? So I keep falling in love with this sport more and more, and that dream came late, but it's alive as much as possible. Yeah, love with this sport more and more, and that dream came late, but it's alive as much as possible. Yeah,
you've had knockouts with your legs, your fists in kickboxing, got your hand raised. When it's done in MMA with the smaller gloves, maybe an elbow to the face, maybe something that you got taken down, back up, is it a different, well, obviously it's different feeling with the punch, but the difference is, any difference in the glory afterwards, getting your hand raised from fighting a MMA match or just a kickboxing match?
Yeah, like I say, like even with chess and checkers, man, like if you win somebody with a stupid checker move, or you put someone strategically all the way up into a get his king, is a different feeling, right? It's the same, man. If you get the feeling of getting to the ground, getting up, boom, boom, and smashing, and actually finishing completely, not just like, oh, he went down, judge waves it off, or oh, he has a cut, judge with. No, it's like going and it opens up something so internal. How do you say? Like, I don't know, like it's primal. Man. Primal.
Yes, primal.
Primitive, man, and in a beautiful way, man, and I love that.
Matt talks a lot about the exhaustion of getting up and constantly getting up. And in
Yeah.
kickboxing, you're not going to the ground. Of course, you guys are in incredible shape. But what was that transition like cardio wise? Going
Yeah.
down and getting back up and just a muscle that you hadn't necessarily worked.
Yeah, I think I'm doing really good at that at this point. There's kind of like I get to the feeling. I mean, I gotta have to show it right in my fights, but I kind of have a feeling that I can get up and get up and get up, infinitely almost, and then still have my power in my strike. So that's what I'm trying to show. What I want to show if that happens, if that's necessary. But to your question, when I started, I sparred Mousasi a lot. Gegard Mousasi, who is a legend in the sport, right?
Yes.
And he likes to strike, but when I got a little bit of overhand in the striking, he can take you get down good too, right?
Yes.
And he took me down like bum, and I was still, I'm talking 5 years ago, right? And trying to get up. I get up 3 to 4 times only, which is not a lot for in the MMA world if you're drilling, right? But after that, he started striking me, and I couldn't do nothing in striking. He was just beating me, and I'm trying to throw, but I didn't have. And that was when I realized, man, this is a whole different ball game, you know? It's not just because he let me up, because maybe I would. I mean, I got up, but he kind of let me up to strike, right? And that was the point where I was like, man, you got to do this millions and millions of times so you can get up and get back to striking. Yeah.
Different endurance. Yeah.
And your fight against Bakoyev, you have a 7-inch reach advantage, which I'm sure, like, you know, you're 6'5", so you probably fought a lot of guys that you were the taller guy. And I guess you use that to your advantage. But, you know, a lot of guys in MMA get in a little bit differently on tall guys than in kickboxing because there's, you know, again, because you can grab. So you can kind of go in and grab. And so have you been training that on how to prevent somebody a little bit less reach on getting in as opposed to trying to get in with just punches and kicks?
Oh yeah, for sure. No, I'm like kickboxing days are way behind me. My stance has changed, my striking has changed, and like everything, how I react when people come in, the way I move, the way I bounce, my rhythm, everything. So, yes, and then still a lot of people are shorter than me, so I've seen that a lot in training and sparring, and also in my fights. So yeah, there's some ways like the typical ways of, you know, moving the hips and stepping out or intercepting with some beautiful stuff.
Hey, Yousri, let me ask you. What, you know, we're getting to know you a little bit. We heard, you know, you said you have a kid on the way. Is that right?
No, I had back then, right?
Oh,
now
back then you had a kid. Oh, now you have two.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. What do you like to do when you're not being a savage? What's some of your hobbies?
Well, savage stuff, you know, still, but more in the peaceful way. Like I love to go. Right here we have like a big park where it's like some ancient rocks and beautiful forests. I take the kids there. We have fun. We search for squirrels, trying to see them, some foxes. It's all nature stuff, man. Everything I'm trying to do is nature. So even
you like the outdoor stuff.
Outdoors, everything. And like even with Glover and Alex this time, I mean, we're in Vegas, right? Sin City of the world. We went to the strip once, 20 minutes. And for the rest was Red Rock, man. You know,
I love the Red Rock. I stay there every time I'm there. Me and my wife. I don't go near the strip. It's I love it over there, man. It's beautiful. I don't even have to leave the resort. You know what I mean? It's just got movie theaters and bowling alleys.
Is it a casino too, Red Rock?
Yeah, it's a casino also. Okay. But I don't gamble.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you know, get away from the cigarette smoke and the gambling and all the bullshit. It's just beautiful, man. We saw some coyotes. We you know, the nature, the beautiful sunset over there. And I thank Glover for that a lot, you know, because he's actually made that eye open way more than it was before. And such beautiful and special person that is.
He's such a great guy. And it's odd for you know, sometimes because Renzo was one of the only Brazilians to go to New York because everybody often like guys like they had to go to the West Coast or Florida. So for Glover to be in Connecticut is funny. Not funny, but it's a little unusual. Brazilians usually like the warmer weather, but he's always out there. Yeah. He's out there jogging in the snow and everything. It's great.
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, this is our Health is Power segment presented by our new partner, Game Day Men's Health. Now, I wanted to ask you, training with Alex, I mean, he is an extremely dominating guy and has become a great champion. And in two different divisions. What is training with him? How has that helped you in getting ready for this this debut fight? And what has he prepared you or helped prepare you at all for what to expect in the debut in the UFC?
Yes, a lot. I mean, just him as a older brother, actually, is a cool thing because he's been through a lot where I'm about to go through. In personal life with his older kids and and all that experience, but also in fight life, he's been going through UFC right now for a few years and doing great. So yeah, he prepared me there mentally, and in training, man, little techniques, little stuff. He brought a few wrestlers with him to the UFC PI in Vegas, a bunch of wrestlers. So I had a lot of help on that too, and we kind of trained together, but also kind of split it up a little bit, right? So when we did technicals drill, he was on that end with the wrestler. I was there with the wrestler. And then when we did striking, we come together, because I can give him a very good look to stay sharp on the hands. So that's how we did. Let's say it like that. The striking we did together, the wrestling we did separate.
All right, well, look, that's what Game Day Men's Health is all about, helping men feel, think, and perform at their best. From testosterone to recovery to long-term vitality, they make personalized care simple. Visit GameDayMen'sHealth.com if you want to learn more. It must be great to know that, because when you're training with him, you're going to fight guys who have different skill sets, guys who are more dangerous on the ground. But when it comes to striking, at least, there's no one you're going to train with that is better than him. You're not going to fight anybody who's better than the guy you're training with as far as striking. There's no one in the UFC who strikes better than him that you're going to have to worry about.
Yeah, that's a great feeling, man. Glover's, told me right 1 second after that. I don't know 1 second, but when Alex knocked that guy out, last weekend, he was like, "You're training with that motherfucker every day." And I'm like, yeah, that's true, man.
And not to mention, Glover's world class on the floor. His jiu-jitsu is phenomenal. To throw Glover's name in there too. I mean, you're surrounded by great people, man. Yeah. It's so great, dude. Hey, before we let you go, really quick, we've been asking this of the athletes. We're partnering up with Fanatics. If you can get one autograph from any athlete, dead or alive, who would it be?
Oh, shit. It's got to be alive, or can I go for Muhammad Ali?
No, dead or alive.
Anybody. Dead or alive.
Yeah. No, that's got to be Muhammad Ali, because for me, the most important thing is what somebody did in his career and what he's did next to it. And those two's got to be both like on the top. And he's on the top on both, right? For me.
Yeah. Socially and as an athlete.
Yes.
Well, look,
that's good. You good.
Oh, sorry, man. I say, Yousri, thank you so much. And I'm really looking forward to this fight, man. And congrats on getting your I think this is the second time. Did you guys have this fight canceled once before?
Once before, yes.
And that was a visa issue, but now you're here and it's great. And congrats, man. Enjoy it. It's really great to see, and I'm sure you're ready.
Thank you. I had a pleasure talking to you guys. A lot of fun.
Nice to meet you, Yousri.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Matt. Great honor.
Take care, warrior.
Take care.
Jimmy, I like making new friends.
Very nice guy. Yeah.
I'm a hugger, but if I hug him, I'll be up to his belly button, Jimmy. He's 6'5".
I know.
Maybe I'll get on it. When I see my buddy Groot, one of my purple belts, I literally stand on a chair and I go, "Come here!" And I get a hug. Sometimes I make him hold me.
5'6"?
That was me.
Red. That made me that was so hard. I'm red. I never red.
You should be red. First of all,
that made me happy.
First of all, that was too good for me to get mad. That was oh, you son of a gun. Jimmy, I have so much fun with you. Hey,
yes, buddy.
I'm happy for Edmen, man. That
me
was so
too.
Great. I'm also happy we were about to talk about Youssef Zalal. Man, I love jiu-jitsu. I love timing. And his timing on that entry, he made it look too easy.
Yeah.
I feel horrible for Josh Emmett, because one of the worst things is not getting to show all your hard work. If you get taken out in that third round after a battle, there's this, there's that. We could learn from it. When we don't even get started, that's a rough night's sleep.
He didn't even throw a punch. I don't think he threw a punch, man.
I don't think he did either. It was very, and that shows you how skilled Youssef Zalal is, and you can't get the smile off that guy's face.
I know.
And Joe Pyfer, man, I love it because he had a failed takedown that led to him, being on bottom that first round, but he made up for it the second round. He made up for it, and I'm glad he got some money for that.
And Matt, also, yes, I am too. And also in the prelims, Daniel Santos, really an impressive win over Jusang Yu, who was undefeated, was 9-0. And he likes to keep the crowd happy, and he showboats a little bit. And again, he's a very good fighter, but you can only do that so many times at this level before somebody catches you. And Daniel Santos caught him, and he looked very, very shell shocked. After that loss. So hopefully this will be one of those things that you learn from, where like, all right, I can't fuck around and worry about entertaining the crowd.
Hey,
it wasn't like he was doing an Anderson Silva backup thing, but you know what I mean? Like the tone of the way he was fighting, like kind of looking at the crowd and goofing off, and it's like, fighting.
No, I hear you. No, listen, there's times like that when he gets caught. I think the audience is like, that's what you get. But and then if he doesn't get caught, he's putting on a show.
Yeah.
But I think he'll be back, and he is a dangerous fighter. But
very
props to Santos. Ateba. Hey, you cannot be more impressed than that. I mean, what a beast. He took down Tristan Vines, and he just was lumping him up. Yeah. And those 12-6 elbows that was just awful. Scary.
They're awful.
That was scary, man. I can't wait to see what's next for that young man. He's just a force, and he just seems so strong. He was just like, you know what I mean, like naturally strong.
And those, can I ask you, Matt, too, the elbows before I forget? You said about I know you want to do Patchy mix. The elbows that Pereira was dropping on Ankalaev, some awful, even though Ankalaev was covering, but they're still hitting his hand.
Went to the body also. He went to the body.
He did
also
go to the body with his right arm. I was going to say that one, but the left ones, even though his hands were there, it didn't matter. I mean, there's only your hand. He's getting pummeled, but the one to the body really was impressive.
He looks like he's made of granite, like, you know what I mean? Yeah. He looks like he could do that in like in those karate tournaments and break the cinder block with his elbow. So that's a problem. Yeah. But I might, Patchy. Let's get the Patchy mix. And I like Patchy mix. But I feel he's really having a hard time, because, I think that DC was saying that he thought he won the fight. I thought it was as close. It was close. It's close enough.
Patchy thought he won the fight?
That they thought. I think he said that he thought Patchy won the fight.
Oh, yeah, he thought Patchy won. Yes, yeah, he did say that.
I think it was too close to. I mean, if it's that close, and we're getting down, and we're not really advancing the position as much, and you can't really complain, And the endurance shouldn't have been an issue because it's now it's do or die. You're down one. So and now you have time to get ready. I don't want to shit on him because we like Patchy.
I like Patchy, yeah.
And I feel that, hopefully third time's the charm. He gets in there and gets to show what, because there was glimpses of some nice stuff in there.
Yeah, Jakob Declaus was really he fought a great fight, and I thought Patchy won too, but it wasn't. Again, like you said, it wasn't like when you saw Jared Gordon get robbed. It didn't feel like that. It was just
not at all. And not to mention, he's a black belt as well, and he was using some nice butterfly sweeps and whatnot.
Yeah,
So hey, man. Oh, and by the way, I thought Veronica Hardy good job because her record did not. Her UFC record does not deflect what kind of fighter she is. I think
she's better.
Really
you're right.
Fighter. Yeah, really good fighter. The wife of Dan Hardy. He's a very good mind.
I've seen her training. I've seen her at the academy training, and she's. You even said it before the fight. You said her record does not reflect how good of a fighter she is.
Yeah. Hey, man. And props to we didn't mention Farid Basharat. He got his decision. Yana Santos, you did mention that she did great.
Yeah, I picked Macy to win that fight too, so it's incorrect.
Yeah. Hey, man. Hey, great night of fights though. Great. I had a great time with it.
Unbelievable night of fights, and I thought the Merab Corey fight was very exciting, even though it was a decision. I thought that was a really fun fight to watch. The knockouts, everyone likes a knockout, but that was a fun fight to watch.
It's fun because it's fun watching a guy who's a master at his craft, and
come on,
that was a master showing. And it's a Merab fight where it's like it's rinse and repeat. Here he comes again, and he keeps doing it, and it's amazing to watch because you got a world-class fighters not being able to solve this puzzle here. You know, right. And they know exactly what he's going to do.
They know what he's going to do.
It's so impressive.
What is the takedown called, Matt?
Merab.
What's it called? He does this thing that's so good. It's almost like it's not single leg to the body. It's when he goes in with his hand down and his arm up, almost like he's
like it's like a knee block. Like he blocks the knee and he hits
the knee and then pushes you over. Yeah,
man. He's just so great, man. And I love seeing pictures of him, videos of him at the after party, like shadow boxing on the thing. Dude.
And his fucking
guy probably
suit.
worked out, right in the next day he's at Aljamain. And congrats, I should say, congratulations to the great Aljamain Sterling and his wife, Becca. They got married the next day. I'm so happy for him. He's a great guy. And hey, listen, everybody's doing well, Jimmy.
Everybody is doing well. And Matt, if you want to see me live, you can come see me. I will be in Rochester coming up. I'm also going to be in Denver, Colorado in the next few weeks. And thanks to all the people who came to see me in San Diego. It was a great weekend. And come check me out if you wish.
Ah, Jimmy.
And check
out the Matt Serra channel, please. The Matt Serra channel. Fun stuff. Interviews, movie reactions. I have the gentleman coming up this Thursday. I had him on. He was the guy who did the original Smashing Machine documentary. And he has some great footage. Jimmy, look on my Instagram later.
I
and
saw
you're going
that.
to see some. The new one with me when they interviewed me and stuff, it's wild, dude. There's a new one out there. And it's a little it's almost like a short little 4-minute video. And it's when a young 25-year-old me, you'll see John Danaher in there.
Danaher's in it, yes.
Oh, you've seen it. That's wild,
I did.
man.
That's great.
That's like a time capsule. And because they shot that with that documentary cameras, it's like if they shot it with a regular camera back then, it'd be all grainy. But I have that footage forever. And that was like, to me, that was like priceless. So I want to thank him for that, John. What a great guy.
It was really nice. Yeah, I was happy.
Yeah, so check that out on the Matt Serra channel. You see him talking about the documentary and it's some fun stuff. And I will talk to you in not soon enough.
2 days.
All right, just the amount of time. Just the right amount of time. Jimmy, I miss you, pal. Safe travels.
I miss you too. I'll see you soon, man.
Goodbye,
Bye, guys.